I mean, I'll give it its credit in terms of opening. I like the fact that it's fast. We've got this silhouette of the Valeyard, and then the lights come up, and we see clearly we're no longer in IKEA. We are actually in theatre.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Castabras. My name is Christian Cawley, and joining me this morning is James McLean, kind of usual thing. As you may recall from last week's podcast, we are going to be looking at the trial of a Time Lord. I haven't watched the trial of a Time Lord in about 20 plus years, so this is going to be quite interesting and a lot of fun. If you're wanting to, I don't know about a lot of fun, we'll see how we go with that. If you want to watch along with us, we're going to count in any second now, whether you're on DVD or VCI player. We're going to click play in 3, 2, 1. James, I've had a sneak peek at some of the missing scenes while I was waiting for you this morning, which I hadn't seen for a long time. They're very... what's the word? That I can see why they were removed.
Right, I don't know if I've seen any of the missing scenes for this. Or have I?
I don't know. There's some of the extended courtroom scene before it cuts to Ravelox.
Oh, we need some of that.
Well, exactly. Now, this is one of the singularly most excellent pieces of BBC special effects prior to 2005, I think.
I genuinely don't know if I'm watching the wrong episode. 1 second. I was thinking, I'm sure it doesn't open like this. And then slowly, as it pans across to Jason Connolly, I realise I'm on the wrong episode.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
We're on Mysterious Planet Part 1.
Yeah, no, it's because on iPlayer, I've got it there on season 23 and clicked, but I had watched Attack of the Cyberman the other day,
right? And
so it went on to Vengeance on Varos, and so I was unaware of this until it played.
Okay, well, this is excellent podcasting commentary.
Usual stuff, isn't it?
We're at.
It's like, basically, we started this when we were in our 30s, and this has been a slow journey of watching two people get old and slowly become more and more inept at their job. So if you started in like 2010 or 11, whatever it would have been, and you're now with us, you're now watching us squarely in middle age, slowly doing everything wrong.
Yeah. So shall we restart?
Okay,
so we're going to restart in 3, 2, 1. There we go. I'm leaving that in though.
Yeah, you can do what the hell you want, so I care.
The opening titles of this.
Yep.
They haven't changed from the previous season, have they?
Well, the music has.
The music has, yeah.
And I hate this version. It's just... It's so beige.
It's elevator music, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. There's elements of it which I think are quite nice in themselves. The actual synthetic sounds are quite nice. But as I think after the Howl version, the original Howl version, who does this? It's not Howl again, is it? Is it?
We'll check at the end.
Who cares? It's still... it just doesn't give a punch.
It's a different mix, isn't it? And I think there's the actual mix of it.
Yeah, really, it's still in there.
Yeah, and I think it's a very lightweight kind of, it's very trebly. Now, this piece of special effects is the best, probably, of all BBC special effects prior to 2005's Doctor Who, I think.
It's almost to a point where we shouldn't be talking about it because everyone talks about it and everyone knows it, and it's just
beautiful, though, isn't it? It is stunning.
It is very well done. It's not just the model work, but it's just the whole sweep and the drop down of the police box is lovely.
It's been planned.
Then you go.
It's been planned.
Go down to this,
Yeah. And then he ends up in a theatre.
Back into IKEA.
IKEA. That's what I was thinking yesterday. Yeah.
I mean, I'll give it its credit in terms of opening. I like the fact that it's, fast. I know, as you said, there's
Yes.
extra scenes here. It's fast, it's punchy. It introduces us immediately to the courtroom. We've got this silhouette of the Valeyard. There's some, standard but work good lighting for this moment in terms of, keeping you in the dark and then spotlighting, and then you've got this contretemps thing with the two of them. And it plays quite nicely into Colin's now more muted but still very Colin performance. And then the lights come up and we see clearly we're no longer in IKEA, we are actually in theatre.
Yes.
I mean, look at those rails. Look at them.
Oh, yeah.
Time Lord rails. I mean, what are Time Lord rails other than very thin, lightweight wood painted quickly?
Quickly, yeah.
You can see the drip marks. And got to give Jason his credit, isn't he? Because he performs all this with that terrible hat and still manages to carry
Yes.
an element of strength. I mean, at least they didn't give him the
silly hats.
the silly hat, yeah, and the giant shoulders. Well, yeah, like what they've got in the background, poor things.
Yeah.
And of course the more ornate version that Linda Bellingham has been given, she must have been thrilled with that. And you will be wearing this.
It looks lighter than the other ones, though, doesn't it? So.
Oh, I'll be wearing this just for the opening moments, and I take it off, don't I? No, you'll be performing with that on the whole time, maintaining power and dignity in the courtroom, while dressed in an over-elaborate starched doily. Look at it. I mean, it's hard. I mean, especially for a female actor where so much of your job sort of hinges on your aesthetic. That's plays and still does. And it must be very hard to go in and think, I've got to have all my nice hair just covered by this thing. I've got to look that sort of aesthetic stripped away from me. Which, of course, you're allowed to do when people become a little closer to middle age, because,
I wouldn't know.
That's apparently that was what I've learned from TV. You get to sort of middle age, and for women anyway, it becomes obviously less important.
Yeah, supposedly.
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is an example. But at the same time, she performed this really well. I mean, I think I could easily go into my dislike of this season too quickly, and I'd rather try and not do that.
Well, do you know what? I mean, I've watched this a few times.
and talk over it so I don't have to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. Linda Bellingham, I think, is one of the best things about this. I was never keen on Linda Bellingham in All Creatures Great and Small. I don't think she was a good replacement for
Drinkwater, yeah.
Cal Drinkwater, yeah. But I think she's really good in this.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think this is a really nice way to open Perry and the Doctor after so much tension. And they've got this sort of her holding him for the audience. It makes him actually seem like you actually might want to be with him, while before...
Well, this is the funny thing, because in the deleted scene, there is actually an argument.
That's probably why it's deleted, though.
Yeah,
or probably the fact that we just don't need it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, absolutely. I was watching earlier this week Attack of the Cybermen for the first time in a long time, and I can't remember why. It's because I'd watched Time Lash.
Right.
So I don't think I'd ever watched Time Lash all the way through since it had come on TV.
I think you have. We did a podcast on it.
Did we?
We did.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it all the way through, mate. Yes, I went on to Attack of the Cybermen, and it was just their relationship. It was just all the way through from the opening scene, which I know the two actors weren't happy with. And it was just a slog.
Yeah.
It was actually nice when they were separated in the show.
Yeah.
Because actually, Attack of the Cybermen, they barely are, really. But yeah, so it's nice to see, and it's nice to see that Nicola Bryant's been given decent clothing for this sort of weather as well.
Not in a bikini.
Not in the bikini.
Is there any intelligent life here?
Apart from me, you mean?
So she's got a little more dignity in it. Well, and then looking at the outfit and going, well, she's got limited dignity, but she's got some, especially compared to Colin's monstrosity. Oh, and yes,
Glitz and Dibber.
I mean, Glitz is so different in this to his lightweight version in Dragonfire. Even though in Dragonfire there is still actually quite a lot of darkness to him, you know, when you find out where his crew's gone, but it's a very different performance, I think, to here. I just hate that outfit.
Well, we've got 14 episodes of it, so
I know how people know. I know how people. I've seen this outfit since 1984.
Yeah,
I am not getting
You're not
used
getting
to
used to it
now. But at the same time, I mean, I used to quite like, as a kid, I used to like Davison's outfit, even though Davison reportedly hated it. And as an adult, I can now see why, because it's not a cricket outfit; it's just a theatre outfit. But this just takes it to another level. And as we said last time, I think it's such a shame they just didn't give him kind of what Eccleston had, because it would have made such a difference, I think.
Oh, I do hate prison psychiatrists, don't you? I mean, they do nothing for you. I must have seen dozens of them, and I still hate competition. Especially when it poaches my territory.
But it's the outside stuff works. The outfits are all right as well. You know, they don't look too overly sci-fi, even though they are a bit.
There's a very they're a kind of very they're more gangstery Hyde killer version of Garen and Unstuff, aren't they? Glitz and Dibber.
Yes.
And there's that thing as well. If you don't know Trial of the Time Lords, I mean, you know, like 1970s Doctor Who, you load it up, you're watching it, you see the word by Robert Holmes, you're thinking, oh, this is going to be good.
Or you think, oh, you know, where are going to be those two now narratively driven theatre characters that will be inserted, and there they are.
There they are.
I like. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind this story. It doesn't blow me away. I think it would be so much better remembered if it wasn't part of this big thing. And I think that's the other problem with Trial of the Time Lord, is it just takes away the success or the power of its individual episodes. They get lost in the fact it's Trial of the Time Lord.
Yep.
You very rarely hear anyone talk about the mysterious planet.
No. Yeah. Same with Mind Warp.
It's not terrible. It's got some good production values. Yeah, no, Mind Warp's not terrible, and nor is Terror of the Vervoids. But Mysterious Planet especially gets forgotten. And I just wonder whether it would.
The robot doesn't kill them before we destroy his energy supply. Well, they could be up and away with the goods before we even got back.
Sideburns. It's a very small touch, but it just keeps them from just looking like a pair of British theatre actors in, you know, a glitzy suit. Pun intended.
A Dibber suit.
Yeah, you're looking very Dibber today. And you, sir, are looking particularly glitzy.
Yes, I often get that feeling. Of course, I usually have. In your case, it's not possible.
Possible or not.
Do we see the police box on Rabbit? We do in the interior shots later, I think. I think it's brought in. I just wonder whether they actually took it to location or not.
Yes, they did. That's a cut scene.
Oh, right. That makes sense. I quite like the fact that we don't, to be honest. I quite like this sort of unusual insert of them already being in the space and not having to come out and explore it for once. It just feels a little more adult in a weird way. It's like, yes, we don't need to see them land. And I suppose also the argument would be, even though it's in a different part of the story, we've already seen him land. Do we need to see him land again in the 5 minutes later? I get the logic there as well. This looks just so much like out of Fallout. If you ever played Fallout 4, you'll know what I'm talking about.
I might stay here for a year or so and write a thesis. Ancient Life on Ravolox by Dr.
Doctor, look! There's something here I think you should see.
But yeah, I mean, there's some good production values. Did he deliberately drop that?
I'm not sure.
Did you see it? when he ran up, Dibber, something fell off and it's landed at his feet there.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
just see it. I can't remember whether he has or not, or whether it's just something of his costume which has come off. Oh no, I think it's intentional. They've made it very clear and shot. See, that's how long it's been since I have watched this. Or not. But I think that's always the beautiful thing about things like Doctor Who, especially the old one. It's just looking and watching and seeing, being able to follow the story, but also enjoy it as seeing it as a production. Those things, a bit like theatre, where might go wrong, or you can see haven't gone quite right.
I said it felt like Earth.
It's in the wrong part of space for it to be.
I remember watching the first X-Files movie. I think it's when I saw it in the cinema, and I remember watching coming out.
Can't. Not yet. Unless, of course, perhaps they collected railway stations.
That's ridiculous.
Well, not impossible, though. Not as impossible as the other explanation.
What's that?
No use of where CG was deployed, it was seamlessly deployed. You know, when I went back in the features when I had the DVD and saw where the CG was like, oh my god, so all the bit around this, which made sense, all the bits around the flying saucer were all just, you know, it was all sort of comped in. It was just really the first time I didn't have this sort of experience where I could somehow see the production behind it.
Right.
But you didn't really get that to the 90s. Before that, whether you're watching film or television, sci-fi, certainly, you were always aware of where all the effects were added. You could just see it. It was just very clear.
Yeah. So this...
I have to sit here watching Perry getting upset.
Oh,
While two
the first courtroom interjection.
Yes. And it literally is an interjection to the story. But the problem with these spaces, and I think what is so frustrating, is that they really do nothing. I mean, you could argue, well, in this bit, we have a bit where it's just dropping in the fact that the Doctor can't remember stuff of these events, which you could say is fair, but you'd be almost better off having him say that at the beginning.
Yeah.
You've been traveling with me long enough to know that none of this really matters. Not to you. Your world is safe.
This is still my world, whatever the period. And I care about it.
And it doesn't add anything.
So we're in a planetarium.
But he's such a more gentle character here. It's incredible. If you just watched, as I say, Attack of the Cybermen or Time Lash, he responds to her sympathetically here. While in those, he'd just be so angry with her for daring to actually challenge him.
Yep.
I mean, his posture and his look here is like nothing you've seen his Doctor do before. It's sort of like a caring look.
Yeah.
A self-awareness, which was the whole joke of him initially, is that he had no self-awareness.
The whole sort of Marble Arch thing to this, it's nice little mystery, isn't it? And I mean, because you initially given the option, is this Earth? Is this a duplicate Earth? Or is it possible that there could be somewhere else called Marble Arch that has a tube station? So it leads you to have some doubts about what it is, but it can only really be one thing, can't it?
Yeah. I suppose that Holmes knows ultimately, regardless of knowing this, you're still going to want to know more.
Yeah.
As soon as you see, you're not going to go, oh, okay, Earth, fine, story done. There's still a question because it's your own home space. While if at this point you found out immediately it was Skyro, it might be less of an intro into the story.
Mask people.
Here we go. So where did they film? I say I've not looked into this in so long. Where did they do all this?
Let's have a look.
With a back full of spears, Dibber. Use your head.
You do that.
Yep, I'm having a look.
See, people, this is why you don't need AI. You just need a callie to just go and do the stuff for you.
Assuming the information is provided.
Prompt.
No, it doesn't. It's not on Wikipedia where they filmed this.
It might be on the Doctor Who fandom one, but TARDIS fandom. But yeah, I'll keep talking while you're doing the prompt. Now I see why people use AI. It's faster. Bell Reed.
No,
Here
John
at the time
Sim.
was another
John
one
Sim.
of the. Oh, Joan Sim, yeah, not Bell Reed. Bell Reed's the other one from the other story. Yeah, Joan Sim. Either way, I could have said famous for a lot of British comedy. Yes,
Yes, you
shock.
could.
Very different person, plays very different roles.
Queen Elizabeth
Don't
Country
remember this
Park in
properly.
Gravel Hill in Horndean in Hampshire. Tom Chadbourne.
Again, it's a weird thing. The production values are good, and I still like big stupid robot guy who's
I don't know, but the immortal is never wrong, Ralph. I'll summon the watch.
playing a little more of a different character from Sea of Death.
From where?
A far-off star, Majesty.
You have a spaceship?
You know of
Oh, look, it's Joan Sims.
Recorded
Yep.
in our folk memory.
Carry on
Fire.
Saxon.
Our ancestors traveled
Oh.
among the stars.
Is that a fact?
Carry on devolved
For a moment.
human civilization.
Travel angered the gods, who punished us by sending the great fire which destroyed our planet.
No, dear lady. It was much more secular than that. That attracted the fireball.
That. Our great
Oh, yes, that thing with it we've not spotted yet. This big, large metal thing.
That is a malfunctioning navigational beacon. It was that.
It's always funny when British television tried to do what we can only call like primitives or feudal societies, or I mean, costume departments would loved it.
Oh yeah.
But I think the thing which always I find funny is the beards and the wigs. That guy behind with the ginger
Babylon glitz.
beard.
You are not the first to visit my village from another world.
Is that a fact?
On each and every occasion, they have all wanted to dismantle the.
I mean, the worst one's probably Blake Seven's episode Power, which
And on each and
has
every
several people who've been in Blake Seven, two of which were in Time Lash.
Let me assure you, my credentials are bona fide and completely in order.
Ah, yes, the guns.
Yes.
They all had similar credentials.
That totem is a navigational.
But I quite like the turnaround here.
You must think me a fool. You have come here for no other
They're not
reason
idiots.
than the symbol of our great god.
And what would I want with some earth-grubbing deity?
Even if their perception is slightly skewed.
Before you die, I shall certainly find out.
It's one of those difficult ones because I've not watched it in a while. Got to be careful not to just end up watching it.
Where are you from?
I mean, again,
Yes.
if I had any sense of credibility, I'd have watched it before
What station
we came and did this. But then where's the spontaneity in that?
Well, there's no spontaneity in that.
to you, whiskerless youth, but I'll have you know I'm in the prime of my life. I'm only 900
And where's the lack of effort in that?
once. You'll be unkind.
Exactly.
Ready for the stoning.
I love that
Stoning.
pipe and the chains.
And a stoning.
Yeah.
Those who steal life must in their turn die. The immortal commands it.
I'm assuming that
Oh, the immortal.
iPlayer's done this as the 250 minutes. It wasn't, or was it actually, was it done as 40? They've done these at 25 at this point. Did they go back
Yeah,
to
they're back to
25?
25.
This is what I've been waiting
Because I remember the out for the episode.
now, immortal. I am ready.
I remember it when I watched it the first time as well.
Who are you? I am Balazar.
So it's so hard when they chain people up and you can see the actors having to be very careful not to let the chains just slip to the floor, which
Yes.
they would if they moved.
Or
They
break.
contain much wisdom for those who can interpret their meaning. Here in Marg, we have 3. 3? Oh, splendid.
Again, I like the way on Ravelox, if there was any concerns that they were going to be lucky compared to the poor Time Lords in the court scenes,
This is called Mo by Dick by Herman Melville.
those concerns would be readily addressed by having the most terrible headdresses.
Yes, I've read it.
There's weird sort of pouchiness around the neck.
It's almost like a worm outfit.
Mr. Marv, will you stop calling me old one?
It does very much look like a worm outfit.
What else do you read? The Water Babies by Charles Kingsley. This tells of life.
I mean, for Colin, this is a godsend. He's not the only one with this terrible outfit. He's now got competition.
Yes.
Habitats of the Canadian Goose by H.M. Stationery.
Unfortunately, it is weak competition. Nothing can compare to that terrible outfit.
I mean, your whole world, everything.
HM Stationery Office.
UK Habitat.
It's a great selection of volumes, isn't it? And obviously we can't ask Robert Holmes where he got that particular trio of
They're savages.
titles from. I like to think that they were on his shelf and he just looked up and picked them up randomly.
How can we be their prisoners?
I told you it was risky coming here.
Yes, well, now you know what I mean about competition. It gets you nowhere.
I told you we should have blasted them, Mr. Glitz.
Yes, Dibber, you've made your point.
I think it's best that you stand over here.
Oh, why?
Well, in case some stray stone...
It's a funny change of pace, isn't it? From, the other week we're watching Dalek Master Plan to this. How the show evolved is sometimes quite fascinating.
Why'd you stop it at the best bit? I was rather enjoying
See, this is where you can do
that trick with the umbrella. Most ingenious.
natural
Oh, I always like to do the unexpected.
swaps back to the courtroom at the sort of like the beginning and the end of the episodes. I think it's when you drop them in the middle of the episodes
Yes.
is the problem.
Yeah.
What is the point you are trying to make?
These proceedings started as a mere inquiry into the doctor's activities. I'm suggesting now that it becomes a trial. And if he is found guilty, I strongly suggest the termination of his life.
I mean, this is, a naturally good place to give your cliffhanger.
Yeah, yeah.
Where you've now set up your story. Yeah,
So-
it's
Yeah, let's have a look.
prob-
I'm just
yeah.
reading the titles, the credits there, because I wanted to just check on the music thing that we raised earlier on. Oh, Roger Braley's Drathro. K9 is Drathro. Or K9 2 is Drathro. Dominic Glynn, Dick. So that... do we get that information? Or no? I don't think we get that information from this, do we? Yeah. So we've made it to the end of episode 1 of The Trial of a Time Lord, The Mysterious Planet. Now, if you are a member of our Patreon, you can move straight into episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, and listen or watch along with us. For everyone else, if you're getting this weekly through Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc., whatever, then you'll need to wait until next week for the next installment, the next segment of our conversation. You can change that by heading to patreon.com/Casterburus and joining us and many other Doctor Who fans and fans of Casterburus who are taking advantage of a affordable monthly subscription, which gives you not just the podcast early, not just the podcast in video form, but also additional shows that don't go out live. They're not publicly released. There's additional material. There's the Casterburus archive. There are the interviews that Brian Terranova has done with various members of the Doctor Who cast and creative teams. And we've had conversations with Matt Smith, with Paul McGann. We've got a chat with Karen Gillan coming up in a few hours' time. We've got all sorts. And then we've got some TV movie chats and interviews coming along in May. So it's all nicely timed to work along with Doctor Who as it is at the moment. Those are exclusive to our Casterburus archive on our Patreon. So if you head over there and join, there is a free trial that you can take advantage of as well to see if you like it, dip your toe in the water, that sort of thing. Otherwise, it's weekly for the rest of the trial. There may be an interruption for something TV movie sized, but I will leave that for you to find out more about when that comes around later this month. If you've already joined our Patreon, you can go and listen to the rest of this conversation or even watch it in the video. Otherwise, we'll be back next week with part 2 of the trial of a Time Lord, the Mysterious Planet. Until next time, it's goodbye.